All right, William. So I know you got some things you want to get off your chest or talk about. So let's have
Um,
at it.
Man, actually, um, no, no, not really a whole lot. You know, just trying to keep tabs on these on these teams and everything like that. The one thing that me and you need to get into is a continuation of our conversation last week about about this new about these new kickoff rules and new onside kick rules.
Yeah, yeah. But this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna come back on the other side. We're gonna get to some of the other topics and continue this show here on Rat Pack Radio. We will be back after this. All right, all right, all right. We are back in the building another week. Rat Pack Sports Show live in the building. Bring you the best there is in sports talking entertainment. And we got him on the line here with us. Rat Pack Sports Show's on Mr. William Graves. And we're going to get back into some more NFL here. And let's get it. So, my man William, before the break, I said I know my guy got some stuff to say and talk about. So I'm gonna let you start the conversation. Whatever topic you want to
Well,
get into.
it's not really started the conversation. It's kind of continuing the conversation that we were having last week on these rules that they have put in place for the kickoffs and the onside kicks. You know,
Oh yeah, that's right. That's
there,
right. Yeah. Yeah.
um, man, I, dude, I'm at a loss for words. I really am.
So you
Uh,
saying
you this whole onside kick thing.
oh
Since we left off,
you still thinking about that one?
uh, man, uh, Debo, my head has not hurt as so much as what it does when I think about the stupidity of these new onside kick rules. Now, listeners, just to refresh, the new onside kick rules. You got to let the referee know when you're going to make an onside kick. So that way the other team has time to prepare for an onside kick. You can't do an onside kick before the fourth quarter. And if you're winning in the fourth quarter, you can't do an onside kick.
Yeah. Yep.
Did I miss anything?
I think you got everything.
Um,
Uh
oh,
yeah.
folks, listeners, I got nothing. Don't I don't got anything, guys. I don't. I just I don't.
Well, I mean,
Every year. Well, go ahead, Debo.
well,
Because
I was gonna say, every year, uh, as I said last year, every year the NFL goes, they have their little powwow meetings, and then they come back with some new, updated rule changes, and
yeah, and half the time it's kind of like a car wreck.
yeah, yeah, pretty much a car wreck. Don't understand. I some of the rules we say to ourselves, okay, we know this team here, they they were complaining that they was gonna go to the league, or we'll see something happen in the playoffs, and we'll say, well, we know what's gonna happen next season.
Hmm.
That's gonna get brought to the competition committee, and we're gonna see a new rule. You know, because that's normally how it
Yep.
happens. You see a big play or something like that happen in the playoffs, and then from that big play in the playoffs, comes a new rule change,
Yep.
and
Pretty much.
that's that's okay and all, but this this kickoff rule, we got to do something. We got to do something about this NFL because I understand what you guys trying to do.
Well,
By
yeah. I mean,
limiting, guys being hurt and,
right.
and things like that. Okay, we understand that. We understand that part. But what we don't understand is how much are you going to take away from the game to the point where it starts to impact the game itself, and you say, you know what, we're getting away from why people love this sport.
So, here's the thing. That is not going to happen until Roger Goodell is not commissioner of the NFL anymore.
That's what you think it's going to take him getting completely out
No.
before
Yeah.
anything happens.
Yes. Because where Roger Goodell is taking this league and everything, it, it it's a league of and the thing is that if they keep on allowing this to happen or whatever, then it then it's going to get to a point where I mean people are always still going to watch, but you're gonna start seeing that a decline. Now, I'm not going to say that it's going to happen overnight, but little bit by little bit, you'll the more you take away, you're gonna start seeing like the viewership drop. I mean, it will, and then what'll happen is they'll be like, okay, like what happened, and you know the thing is that again, listeners, we're not saying that we want to see people hurt or anything like that. Um, Obviously, you know that's not what we're aiming for. But folks, football is in a lot of ways just like another sport, which is hockey and everything like that. They're both gladiator sports. Okay, you 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 played that sport because you love the sport. You love the sport as it is. Now, all of this technology that has gone in to make these helmets and all this other stuff safe for the players, bravo. Some, some of these rules that have come out, and everything. Okay, yeah, because there's really no reason for like what there was one that came out um about like the cheap shots and stuff like that. And you know what? Yeah, I'm completely okay with that because there's no reason why you should be taking a cheap shot on somebody. If that person beats you, if that receiver beats you to the ball and you're a corner, suck it up. If that corner beats you uh, to the ball you and you wound up missing a pass or the QB gets an interception, you suck it up. You don't take cheap shots. But but this whole onside kick thing, listeners, I have never seen something more stupid in my entire life when it came to rules for the NFL than the onside kick, these onside kick rules. Now, it is supposed to only be like a year trial run. Hopefully, it winds up being just uh, a colossal dumpster fire, and they get rid of it. Because I'm sorry, but with those rules, you just pretty much took away the entire reasoning for an onside kick. You did. So
Yeah, yeah, and I don't understand. I don't understand like why. What was the whole purpose of let's make it to where you can't kick an onside kick if you're winning. Let's make it that if you are losing and you want to go for the onside kick, not only can you not surprise the team, but now you also have to alert the referees that you're going to do an onside kick so they can tell the other team you're doing an onside kick. I just hey, just tell them to play. How about that? When you're playing offense and you playing defense, just just turn on both microphones so both coaches can hear what both teams are saying, each other is saying, and they just know what play they're running. Let's
man,
be let's be
you
even
do
more
not give them
safe.
any ideas.
Yeah, let's be even more safe and just tell the opposing team to play so they don't have to play as hard to stop it.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, that's where
if
we
it
at
ever
right
does,
now.
if it ever does come to that, Derek, that will probably be
Or it'd be the end. I mean,
yeah, it will be.
some of these rule changes are already like, I see they took something from the XFL model as far as kickoffs and stuff like that. But the onside kick is the real head scratcher.
Well, see, the kickoff rules. I mean, they're still not the greatest, but at least there's some some uh, I want to say some reasoning behind it, but maybe that's the wrong term to use.
What could
But
be the reason? If you had to guess, what could be the reason behind that?
well, if I had to take a guess, it's all of those what I call semi truck collisions on the kickoffs. They're they're trying to eliminate these runners running full speed ahead into whether you're into another player, whether it's you're the guy running to tackle the guy that has received the kickoff, or if you're the runner that is going to just try to barrel through everybody. And I mean that's just pretty much what my guesses are. Um, yeah, uh, that's about all. That's about all I can come up with. I mean, do I agree with it? No, but I mean, at least I understand it. I understand what they're trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
The onside kick,
That's you don't know what they're trying
got
to accomplish there.
yeah, that
It's definitely
they're
like
taking
not,
away from the integrity of the game. Is
yeah,
what
and
they're
it's and
doing
it's
with that.
and it's definitely not gonna get you in the onside recovery.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I don't look for teams to try the onside kicks.
They
I
wouldn't need
really
to.
don't, because um, first and foremost, um, there's no reason to try for an onside kick.
No.
I mean, I mean, what you're going to start seeing a lot of uh, a lot of these kickers trying to do is trying to get better at putting the ball in certain places, and with that, you're going to start seeing kickers trying to do these little pooch kick things and stuff like that to put the ball at, like, I don't know, like the 5 yard line or something like that, and so that way you can at least try to I guess try to get the ball back, because like I said, oh, hey ref, we're doing an onside kick. Oh, okay, well here, let me go get the tell the other team so they can get ready. You're not going to take that risk of letting them have half the field, because now they're ready for it. So your chances of recovering that kick just went down dramatically.
Yeah.
Like before, you had I'd say eight
Eight.
to 10%,
Yeah, yeah. I was
maybe.
gonna say 8 to 10, maybe 15% chance of recovering it,
Yeah,
and
right.
now you really don't have
Now
any
you have
chance.
like a 1 or 2%.
Yeah, basically now where you could game plan an onside kick and be, if you're good enough, you could be pretty successful at it. To now, you're not gonna be that successful at all. Going after this onside kick. Um, I don't get it, man. And then going back to the kickoff rules, right? You you got the kicking team. If you kick it into the end zone, the ball come all the way out to the 40-yard line.
Uh huh.
And if you pooch kick it, and well, hold on. I'm confusing myself. A touchback, yeah, ball kicked in the end zone comes out to the 40. And then
Hmm.
a fair catch, if you fair catch it in the field of play, which is now considered anything between the 20 20 yard line and the goal line.
Mm-hmm.
If you fair catch it in there, you only get the ball at the 20. I think that's how it read. So meanwhile, here's the hypocrisy of what they're doing. In one turn, you want to eliminate the hard head-on collisions of guys running down for kick coverage. But at the same time, you want to eliminate the fair catch and you want to eliminate kicking the ball through the back of the end zone to
which
give.
which ultimately eliminates, or I can't say eliminates, but takes away from those hard collisions.
Yeah. So now you're saying if you kick the ball inside of the red zone, which is basically that is the zone in between the 20 and the goal line. If you kick it in there, they have to return it. Because if they call for a fair catch inside of that point, then it's just ball on the 20. So who's going to take that risk of fair catching it? Nobody's fair catching it. They're going to try to return it.
Well, yeah. I mean, unless they're at when they finally when the ball finally comes down and the defenders are literally all around them, then yeah, I mean, yeah, they probably won't take that risk, but at the same time, you know, if if I'm the coach of the other team and somebody kicks the ball and that ball bounces at like the 2 or 3 yard line, I'm telling my returners, don't touch the ball. Let it go out back out to the end zone because now they're giving us half the field.
No, that's the thing. That's the thing. If it bounces in the field of play and then goes into the end zone, it's considered a touchback, but the ball still comes out to like I want to say they said the 30, 35. Let me go. Let me look these up. Let me look these rules up again just to make sure. All right, so here we go. The confusing rule. Actually, William, take over for a quick second. I gotta do something real quick. I'll be right back.
All right, well, listeners, like we were saying, we're just kind of talking about these new uh, kickoff rules, onside kick rules, and everything. And again, I do want to stress that we are not opposed to making the game safer, but when there are hypocrisy in the rules, then that's where we have a problem. And again, I go back to my previous statement when I said that that this is a gladiator sport, and it is. And the fact of the matter is that when you sit there and you look at the entire the entire foundation as to what football was built on and everything and why people like it, and you start taking away from that, you know, that's when you that's when you have to start really asking yourself, well, is this rule really needed? Or is it something that that you have to kind of chalk up to a hazard of the game? And like I said, I don't want anybody to get hurt. That's not what I want to see. Okay, but playing football and everything, you're gonna get roughed up a little bit. Okay, that's the nature of the game. With with some of these rules and everything, to me, it takes away the integrity of the game. And like I said, there are some rules where I'm like, okay, I get it. Like uh, like the some of these cheap shots that they have addressed, completely okay with that because there's no reason why you should be taking a cheap shot. Don't get mad, get better. Plain, bare, and simple. Okay, don't get mad because somebody did their job better than you did. Okay, if anything, that should be just motivation. That should be motivation to do better or to get better. Or you know what? It could be just that you're really good at what you do, and you're just having a bad day. It happens. But yeah, no, these new rules and everything, I some of them, like we said, we get. There are others where we're like, uh, who who came up with this? Because they need to be slapped. Um, the other thing that I do want to point out is that with the creation of this other football league and everything, um, there uh, there are going to. I feel like that there is going to be, I guess you could say, innovations that that will actually help the NFL out and everything and all that. I can't name anything specifically right now, but having another league that is not in direct competition with you, that you can actually sit and watch and maybe take something away from that league to make it better. Yeah, I'm all for it. I love the fact that we have another league that we can watch. It's to me, it's great. Um, the it, the things that I personally want to make sure of is that we still have like that that gladiator type football. Like I said, better helmets, better pads, and everything like that to make these players safer. Yeah, okay. A couple of these rules uh, to make the game safer. All right, but please don't take away from the from that integrity of the game that people like to watch. That's the reason that they watch it. And like I said, I'm really hoping that somebody in the NFL comes to their senses and says, "Yeah, um, especially these onside kick rules, no, that it's garbage. It it does nothing. It 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 does not do anything whatsoever to make players are to make players completely safe or anything like that. That is one of those things where where that is an aspect of the game that shouldn't be that shouldn't be like really messed with, especially in the form that they're doing it, because you just pretty much eliminated the entire point of the onside kick. And like I said, I have tried to figure out reasoning with it, and I just can't.
Yeah, yeah. So staying on that because I was going to read off these rules here. Um, Let me pull it up here. Yeah, so I was going to read off these rules really quick so you guys can get an idea of what how ridiculous these rules are. So let's get into it. All right, so ball is kicked from the 35. Nothing changed from there. If it's a safety, ball will still be kicked from the 20. Same as there. But here's the alignment, and I'm gonna go through these. I'm gonna go through these a little bit one by one. I'm on the NFL .com operations website. So it says all kicking team players other than the kicker will line up with 1 foot on the receiver's team's 40-yard line. Kicker cannot cross the 50-yard line until the ball touches the ground. Oh, so the kicker can't even run after kicking the ball?
Nope.
Okay, so kicker cannot cross the 50 until the ball touches the ground or player in landing zone or end zone. Okay, the 10 kicking team players cannot move until the ball hits the ground or player in the landing zone. The landing zone is the zone between the 20 and the 20, well, the 20 and the goal line. That's the landing zone. It says lead receiving team will line up as follows. Setup zone is a 5-yard area from 35 to the 30-yard line where at least 9 receiving team players must line up. At least 7 players with 1 foot on the 35-yard line, which they call the restraining line, with alignment requirements outside the numbers, 2 hashes, and inside hatches. I don't even know what that sounds like, some scientific stuff, but I have to see it because I'm not envisioning it too well right now. It says players not on the restraining line must be lined up in the setup zone outside the hash marks. All players in the setup zone cannot move until the kick has hit the ground or a player in the landing zone or the end zone. A maximum of 2 returners may line up in the landing zone and can move at any time prior to or during the kick. Of course, if they gotta catch the ball, they gotta move. That's not rocket science. Why wouldn't they be able to move? So that rule there is kind of stupid. To have to explain that. All right, so it says landing zone. Now we're gonna get into the landing zone. Landing zone is an area between the receiver's team goal line and its 20, which is basically the red zone. Any kick that hits short of the landing zone, treated like kickoff. Oh, who's going to kick the ball shorter than the 20? Nobody's going to kick the ball that short, but hey, if the ball is kicked short of the landing zone, it's treated like the ball has been kicked out of bounds and will be spotted at the 40-yard line. Play will be blown dead as soon as the kick lands short of the landing zone. Any kick that hits the landing zone must be returned. So basically, you can't let it roll in the end zone. So it says any kick that hits in the landing zone and then goes into the end zone must be returned or down by a receiving team. If down, then you get a touchback in the ball at the 20. So again, this is where I was just telling you, William, the NFL is contradicting itself a little bit. You want to take away the collisions.
Yes, it is.
You want to take away the collisions, but at the same time, you want to promote the ball being returned more. You can't do both. You can't. If you want more returns, it doesn't matter that these guys are running from 20 feet, 10 yards away from each other, 5 yards away from each other. Once he starts to return that kick, these dudes can get up to full speed in 10 yards. So they're on the 30, the 35. That's where the kicking team is placed, on the 35. So it's like running a 40. So if I return the kick at the 5-yard line, you still giving me 30 yards to run and go get this guy. And that's 30 yards straight ahead. More often than not, he's not going to run straight ahead. He's going to be running end zone. He's going to be running sideline to sideline too. So by the time you get to him, you're going to be at full speed, and you're going to be at full speed at about 25, 30 yards. So you're not stopping the collisions. You're not slowing down the collisions. You're giving an image that is what you're doing, but on the reality of it, that is not what you're doing. Now you're getting more returns. Last season, these returns was going in the end zone, and they was getting down, and they'll just let them kick them out of the end zone. They get the ball at the 35. Now they don't get the ball at the 35 no more. So these kicks that they normally would call for fair catch, and they would normally let run out the back of the end zone, now they got to pick these these balls up and return them. That is automatically going to require more head-on collisions.
Mm-hmm.
So they're contradicting themselves with that. Hey, I'm all good with it because the more excitement, the better. So the kickoff return is an exciting part of the game. I'm not going to be mad if they're returning more kicks.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now it says any kick that goes out the back of the end zone in the air or bounces is a touchback, and they get the ball at the 30. But it's got to bounce in the end zone. It can't bounce outside the end zone and go in. The ball has to land in the end zone for that to happen. All right. So now we to the miscellaneous stuff. If conditions cause the ball to fall off the tee twice, then the kicker would be allowed to use a kicking stick to keep the ball in place so the guy no longer has to hold the ball. Whatever. What that is whatever. Uh Onside kick can only happen at the fourth quarter. Um nothing too big there. The ball closest covering hold on. Fall out, then the kicker will be allowed to use the kicking ball to keep it in place. Okay. The closest covering official would pick up the stick immediately after the kick. That's if the fall off the tee twice. Fourth quarter begins. The team trailer has the opportunity to declare an onside kick to the officials. Current onside kick rules only. All right, so current onside kick rules would apply if the onside kick goes beyond the setup zone untouched. The kicker team gets penalized for the UNS return team will start drive at the 20. You don't want to be starting to drive at the 20. Penalties. The setup zone and the landing zone would not change with any penalties that carry over to kickoffs. Alignments of the team, kickoff team, and players are receiving but not change. All right, let's see where we at. This is kind of long. Man, penalties on score plays not carry over or be taken on. Um, Says setup penalties on score plays would not carry over and would be taken on the try. Penalties, the kick, safety kick. I already read about that. All right, so that's that. That's that with there, man. I'm with you, William. We got to be playing closely to this. I just put yeah. So that is that, man. Um, we'll see. Preseason games start this week, so we'll get a first hand look of how this all gonna look. Um, if it's a good thing, is there enough excitement to keep it going? We just don't know.
Yeah. Like I said, man, I I am not thrilled whatsoever with these onside kick rules. They're and like you pointed out, it seems like they're contradicting themselves.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you on that. 100%. Um, hmm. So, my man, um, since we done finished venting to the league by this crazy rule change, you got anything else?
No, no. That's pretty much what I wanted to talk about tonight was these rule changes.
Hmm. Yep.
What
So,
what about you?
what's that? Say that again.
What about you? Anything else?
Uh, Not really, man. I'm just waiting for this first preseason game to get on the way so I can see, uh, what.
Uh,
See what's going on and make some
yep.
adjustments as it may need to be at that time, man. But
Right.
um, it is 11, so that's how much more time we got. About 10 more minutes, and
Yeah, something like that.
we'll be getting off here. So we could talk for 10 more minutes. I mean, we've been talking. Well, at least I've been talking.
Well, so what else is on your mind, Debo?
Nothing, man. After this side behind rule change went in, made me go blank a little bit. I had some stuff I wanted to get into. Uh, yeah, I'm trying to think myself. We done covered a lot, man. So um,
Yeah.
I got something for you, William.
Yeah.
So far, what do you think about the Bucks training camp?
Um, you know, I mean, they're looking okay. Um, I'm not that that first receiver that we drafted and everything. Uh, he seems to be well liked and he seems to be making some good plays. But I mean, I'm trying to hold I'm trying to hold out a solid opinion until I actually see him in pads and everything, and actually, even if it is just playing in a preseason game, I'm trying to hold out I'm trying to reserve my opinions for then. But I mean, so far so good.
Yeah, got you on that one, man. I got a couple things here going on at once, so my mind getting pulled in five different directions. Um,
Yeah.
you know what? We gonna just go ahead and get out of here. So I know,
Okay.
I know, we all hard workers, and a little bit of
Yeah.
extra time for us can be needed. When you actually at work, ain't you?
Yeah.
So you doing the left field correspondent
Yep.
deal, where the left field correspondent used to be at work, and he'll be inside like a hall closet.
Yeah, well, and inside the hall closet, I'm just sitting here inside the office and everything, doing the podcast, monitoring the cameras and stuff like that, and everything. So, I don't have to run into a hall closet, but I do have to get on down to here because there's something that just came up that I need to go take care of. So I am going to get out of here. I will talk to you guys next week.
Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Rat Pack Sports Show, Mr. William Graves. And as always, we appreciate him for calling in. We had Boss Hog Sean Naylor on earlier, which was awesome. So appreciate him calling in as well. And you got myself. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get out of here for this week. We will see y'all on the flippity flip and get on up out of here. This is Rat Pack Sports Show, man. You can find us ratpacksports.com, Rat Pack Radio, WRPR app, and also Podbean.ratpacksportshow.com. Go there, download our podcast. We will see you guys next week. Next week. And y'all have a good week. Take care. We out of here, man. Rat Pack Sports Show signing out. Peace.
Don't have no meaning until they find out they burn the still wrong season. Don't test it. The skills will be triple tested. For anybody that says they got them teeth infected, I'ma eat through your body and infectional termites. Through the rawness of your meat until I see that pearl white. Say what you like, your whole body gon' collapse. Looking like the elephant bones that Michael Jackson had. My lyrics is French, I am a bad. I'm magical enough to stuff your body in a glad bag. I say what I mean, means what I say. It don't matter what you like, cause I like it that way. It don't matter what you got, it don't matter what you have. I laugh now, you cry now. Feel the pressure from the rap. It's only one who can spin it. Get paid like triple fifty. Get it right, homeboy, yeah. It don't matter what you got, it don't matter what you have. I laugh now, you cry now. Feel the pressure from the rap. It's only one who can spin it. Get it paid like triple fifty. Get it right, homeboy, yeah. Yo, I ain't zoned out, this back not the cold red. You better call emergency, it's gonna be a cold rain. I'm pissed off, kinda like I woke up from the dead. With one leg and an axe in my head. What was I in the previous life known as a stalker? I hold my own force, more power than Skywalker. Jam open cats like my name was Kenny Walker. Put words on their face with numbers like Ankle Walker. My words bigger than yours, you get lost in it. Trying to step it in without navigation, you out of place. Cause you're still playing that's on their PlayStation. I'm an Xbox 26, now look what you facing. I'm number one, you a NASCAR, keep racing for fame. I got blown up in flames. Probably go to jail just for saying my name. Cause I am the best, and the rest of y'all in this game, you're all lame. It don't matter what you got, it don't matter what you have. I laugh now, you cry now. Feel the pressure from the rap. It's only one who can spit it. Get paid like triple fixes. Get it right, homeboy, yeah. It don't matter what you got, it don't matter what you have. I laugh now, you cry now. Feel the pressure from the rap. It's only one who can spit it. Get paid like triple fixes. Get it right, homeboy, yeah. Pain equals pleasure, ain't nothing that feels better. Walk the streets 100 degrees and all leather. Step on top is a double fleece sweater. Cause in my place you gotta be ready for any weather. Sing a death letter, get yourself a